friends. Welcome back to my channel. Before I begin on today's topic, may I just ask you if you like the content, if you can relate to the content, please like, subscribe, and click that bell notification for future videos. My name is Brian Stark. I have had a history of dealing with mental problems, mental health, disabilities, and that is one of the reasons why I decided to start this channel, is to be able to help people be aware and not just know about disabilities. Join me as I take on the challenge of changing the perceptions about disabilities in our society. So let's break down some barriers together. Disabilities have long been a part of the human experience, yet our understanding and acceptance of them have evolved significantly over time, from the earliest recorded histories to the present day. We've made progress in recognizing the rights and worth of individuals with disabilities. You have the ADA, and you have a lot of laws that protect people with disabilities. However, despite these advancements, we still have a long way to go in breaking down the barriers that prevent people with disabilities from fully participating in society. When we think of disabilities, many of us still harbor misconceptions and stereotypes. We might view people with disabilities as being inherently different, as if their disability defines them. We might assume they're less capable, less intelligent, or less deserving of opportunity. But these beliefs are far from the truth. People with disabilities are not inspiration or hero simply because they exist. They're human beings with their own strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations. In reality, people with disabilities have faced significant challenges in their daily life. They may encounter inaccessible buildings, inaccessible transportation, or inaccessible education. They may experience stigma or discrimination and social isolation, and they may be subject to ableism, pervasive and often unconscious bias that devalues and excludes them. These misconceptions and stereotypes are not only harmful, but also perpetuate the marginalization of people with disabilities. They lead to lack of representation, lack of opportunities, and lack of equal access. It's time we recognize that disabilities are a natural part of the human experience, and that people with disabilities are not problems to be solved, but rather partners in our shared humanity. Let's explore some real life stories that illustrate the diverse experiences of people with disabilities. Now, when I say experience, it's very important to kind of like go through, that we may experience interaction with people with disabilities, but we don't experience the disability itself. We don't experience the various symptoms or the various effects of people with disabilities. Take, for instance, the story of Jessica Long, born in Russia to unwed teenagers and adopted to American parents when just 13 months old. Because of a fibular hemilia, her lower legs were amputated when 18 months, 1 year and 6 months old, learning to walk with prosthetics, uh, participating in numerous athletic sports, gymnastics, cheerleading, ice skating, which I can't even do with both my legs, biking, trampoline, rock climbing, and of course, swimming. In 2003, she was honored with, in my estimation, an insulted award. I don't know how Long feels about it, but she was selected as Female Swimmer of the Year award. What is wrong with that? Oops, I made a mistake. It was Female Swimmer with a Disability of the Year award. Society just had to highlight that she has and lives with a very tragic condition. Inspirational, right? Is it just an accident that Long accomplished all she has or won two golds at the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games in the 100-meter butterfly and 400-meter freestyle? Despite the odds, she became a successful athlete competing in a lot of international competitions and winning numerous medals. Or how about even consider me, born and diagnosed with a heart murmur, and my parents were warned I would never walk, socialize, go to school. In high school, I was told that I was not college material, only to graduate cum laude with associates in manufacturing technology, mechanical design technology, and a bachelor's in cum laude in mechanical engineering technology. I too won an incredible award. In 1993, I won the whole Apple Award for Exceptional Student of the Year for all of the county where I went to school. And very shockingly and very, really great, I was able to share that award with my parents who got the 1993 Parents of the Year award. This award was only typically given to seniors. I got it as a junior. What is the difference between Long's award and mine? Well, mine award doesn't say exceptional student with a disability of the year award. My parents don't have an award that says parents of a disabled student of the year award. Through sheer determination, resilience, love, and support, I learned to manage my condition. I was able to learn how to walk, learn how to drive, and while I was in a self-contained classroom from first to 10th grade and in special education all of my high school years, I learned to really channel to be able to want to become a more advocate for mental health awareness, which is why I decided to start this channel. It has taught me on how to use motivation and be able to, when someone tells me to not do it, it gives me more motivation to accomplish it. These stories and countless others like them shatter the stereotypes and misconceptions that surround disability. They show us that people with disabilities are not defined by their disabilities, but by their passions, talents, contributions to society. They remind us that disabilities are not liabilities, but rather differences that can enrich our society and communities. In another video, which I will leave a link in the description, I talk about the difference between knowing about disabilities and awareness, where I talk about another Paralympic athlete, Christy Crossley, and her disabilities that are not, and disabilities are not always seen. Often society accuses them of faking, making excuses, and a lot of other big stereotypes. In the midst of breaking a world record in the qualifying for the 50-meter freestyle, she was verbally bullied, questioned about her disability from a neurological brain injury, that she had balance issues, and even though they wheeled her to the pool in a wheelchair, she admitted that she has good days and bad days. Many other individuals I see online with the same condition, they undergo bullying or judgment that they are also faking just to get sympathy when that couldn't be further from the truth. Despite all the emotional and psychological drama during the Paralympics Crosley went through, she brought home gold in the women's 100-meter backstroke, 100-meter butterfly, silver in the 100-meter freestyle, which and the 50-meter freestyle, which her record was shattered by the one that won gold in the qualifying, and bronze in the 4 by 100-meter freestyle relay. So, do all these stories teach us anything? They are a reminder that our disabilities and people with disabilities should not be defined by their disabilities. They should not be defined by their disabilities, but by their minds and hearts. As we strive to create a more exclusive society, let's remember breakthroughs that have already been made. Let's celebrate the activists, the advocates, and the pioneers who have fought for the rights of people with disabilities. And let's acknowledge the trailblazers who have defined convention, pushed boundaries, and explored new possibilities. In conclusion, challenging, changing perceptions about people with disabilities is not just a moral imperative, but a social and economic necessity. It requires us to challenge our assumptions, to educate ourselves, and to acknowledge and to advocate for change. By doing so, we can create a society that values diversities, promotes inclusion, and empowers all individuals to reach their full potential. Make sure you leave your comments about your experiences, whether it be if you have a disability yourself or if you've encountered other stereotypes from people that are excluded from society and looked down as negative because of their disability and not recognized for the people that they are. Remember, the only common and the only thing that we have in common as human beings is that we are alive.